welcome to a new video here on my channel. For those who don't know me, I'm Christine and I'm also known as DJ Miss 9. A while ago I posted a picture on my socials, on Instagram and on Facebook to ask you what do you want to know from me. And the most requested question was a Q&A. So here I am answering your questions, and if I speak too fast or you don't understand anything, you always can rewind and watch it back here on the channel. So let's start with question number 1. Where did you grow up? I grew up in the east part of Germany, in Thüringen, also known as Thuringia. They call it the green heart of Germany because there are more trees than houses, and the little village is called Oberweisbach. Do you have brothers or sisters? I have an older brother and he lives in Switzerland. Explain what you do in 100 words. Well, I don't know if 100 words are enough for it, but I'll do my best to keep it short. I work as a model in the fashion industry. I like to act, play in some TV commercials, compose, produce music and promote the music and play the music in clubs and on festivals across the globe. That was pretty short. What food, drink, song inspires you? Let's start with the food. I love sushi. I remember I was in Tokyo. I had sushi 3 times a day for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and I wasn't tired of it, and I was just blown away by the fish market and everything around. I love sushi. It's finger food, it's light, it's not too heavy and it's healthy. The drink would be coconut water. It's tropical. I'm a quite tropical girl and it reminds me of summer and I love the sun. And the song would be Daft Punk with One More Time. That song actually made me start in the music industry. How did you get into modeling and DJing? Well, let's start with the modeling. I never could find the perfect fitted jeans because I have very long legs, and from the area we didn't have many stores, so my mom took me with her into a boutique. And that lady asked me how tall I was and if I model. And I was like, no, I don't model. I play soccer with my friends, ride the horses, be on a bike, and just being a kid. So, and she said, well, you should do something with it. I never really paid attention to it. And then after a few years, there was a contest in Germany and I sent some holiday pictures. And so, yeah, I did quite well. And ever since in my free time, I worked for clients, brands, and built up my portfolio. And how I started in the music industry, it was all a crazy idea. I never thought that I would work in both of the industries, as a model or as a DJ. I bought a book for a friend, How to Be a DJ. He never read the book, so I started reading the book. And in that book, a lot of big names like Carl Cox and other influential artists shared their tips and tricks. And then I practiced with the turntables. I had my first gig on a boat, on the canals in Amsterdam. I was very, very nervous because it was super windy, and back then I played with vinyl, so every time the wind came, the needle was jumping up and down on the record, and I was like, oh my god, oh no. But everybody on the boat, everybody loved it, everybody loved the music, everybody danced. That made me continue with that. I started to build and buy my own record collection, so every time I visited my model agency, I stopped by a record store, so I had quite a big selection, and then I had a few gigs, everything in my free time, and then at one point it took over. I started to tour, and then yeah, the rest is history. Here I am. How did you come up with the name Miss 9? Well, my nickname is Nine and I'm born March 9 and I just wanted to do something with it. What work do you most enjoy doing? Well, that would be a combination of my 2 passions, music and fashion. What is your background? My background is German. Were you influenced by old records and tapes, and which ones? As I mentioned before, One More Time from Daft Punk was, still is a very special track, because this track gave me so much energy, so much positivity, and every time I hear it, it puts a smile on my face. It just did something with me. Cleaning the house twice. I actually thank this track that I made that step into the music industry. Another one would be The Show Must Go On from Queen. The show in life must always go on. No matter if you have ups and downs, always be present, believe in yourself, follow your dreams, always be the best version of yourself. Highlights of your career. Let's start with the touring across the globe to promote my music, to tour in A-list clubs, to play at festivals, and to go on tour with Avicii, to play with artists like Tiesto, QandA, QandA, and also others in the industry. The Elle magazine cover is definitely one highlight in the fashion industry. And the Levi's campaign, where I had the opportunity to work with Peter Lindbergh, where I actually could combine the two of my passions, the music and the fashion, into one project, is and was a dream come true, and I hope to do more of these things in the nearest future. The Yoshitoshi Ibiza CD I released, that one reached #1 in the United States on the iTunes charts. To work with MTV and Plan International. This is a charity organization who supports children in poor areas and also focuses on girls, and especially I'm a girl in a male-dominated industry, and I know as no other how difficult it is to chase your dreams and follow them and get respect in a male-dominated industry. So that's why I felt very connected with that charity. And also the residency in Las Vegas at the Wynn and the Encore Beach Club, residency in Pasha, and to play the Carnival in Brazil are a few highlights of my career. My podcast is called 9 Sessions. It's available on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud and Instagram. It's a 1-hour journey with my favorite tracks of that moment and the tracks I play in the clubs mixed in one beautiful journey. If you subscribe on iTunes, you get it automatically on your phone. Just check it out. The best advice someone gave you: always be yourself, because you're unique and you are what you are, and there's no other who does the things like you do. What is World of 9 and how did you come up with it? Well, the World of 9 is a series on YouTube where I take the viewer with me backstage in my world. And how I came up with it? Actually, my mom couldn't explain to her colleagues what I was doing. So I thought, you know, why not taking a camera with me backstage of what it takes to be a DJ, what it takes to be on tour, what goes on behind the scenes during a photo shoot and all these kind of things. World of 9 basically covers all of my interests and what I'm busy with. If you weren't doing the things you do now, what would you do? Well, I would probably work in a hospital as a nurse. This is what my mom wanted me to be and to do. Sorry mom, something else came in between. How often do you work out and are you following a diet? I try to work out at least 3 or 4 times a week. Before I go into a long studio session, I make sure I get my muscles going and my blood circulation going, so I prefer to run outside, do some cardio, and I also like to do some weight training. And in summertime I love to cycle, and I also love to play beach volleyball with my friends. Oh, and tennis and yoga, so as you can see I'm quite sporty. And about the diets, I don't believe in diets, because in diets you have to follow them till the rest of your life more or less. But what I suggest is live a healthy lifestyle. I believe in eating colors, so think of the traffic light, red, yellow and green, because this type of food who has color has the most vitamins, antioxidants in it, and it's healthy. Always try to balance out what you eat and what you ate the day before. Sometimes in Germany we have quite heavy traditional food, or when we had like a big celebration going on and you feel like, phew, I'm stuffed, the next day I should eat a little bit less. I make sure I have a light breakfast, or I just skip the snacking. Because your body is your temple and you are what you eat. What advice would you give to beginners who are nervous? Well, be present, show up, believe in yourself, believe in what you do, and share your passions. And don't think too much about what you want to say, just show up and go with the flow, and the rest will follow. I want to thank you for watching the video, and sorry if I haven't answered your question. You can always leave them in a comment or send them to me on Instagram, DJ Miss9, or on Facebook, Miss9. I hope to see you soon here back on the channel. For now, I'm signing off, and wish you lots of health and luck in all what you do. Bye bye, big kiss.